And we are live. Is it Monday already? Right? So that means we're live today. Got some adventures to share with you. Some Bahamas shots. And we are back in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. David is saying welcome back. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Gail. Nice to see you popping up in my feed here. It just feels like I haven't been here for a long time. Well, you know what? I stopped in Nashville very briefly in between the Hawaii, Arizona, California tour and the Florida, Georgia tour, and Florida, Georgia, and Bahamas, I guess. That was a visit, not a tour, and. So nice to see you. It's nice to see you greeting each other as well. And yes, Scotty is saying here, thanks. I did make it home safe. Yep, no problems. It's been a really easy, pleasant tour. A lot of house concerts, which I enjoy, and music stores that have guitar programs, concert programs are really fun to do as well. Although I tend to buy things there when I end up at music stores. Yes, I have a little guitar acquisition syndrome. Worse yet, harp guitar acquisition syndrome. That's worse yet. But yeah, Bunny's also saying hi, welcome. And yeah, some of you were in my class with Christopher Parkening just yesterday. That was really fun. And I see several people from my class tuning in. Let me know if you want to do. I'm thinking of doing a second class, because I'm going to be in Nashville all month here, so I got plenty of time. We could do maybe a Tuesday and a Sunday. So let me know if you're interested in joining those. So it was. Really an honor to have the great classical guitarist Christopher Parkening sitting in on our class and giving comments and insight to that tune, Afro-Cuban Lullaby that we were working on. It's not played on harp guitar, but if it were, it would go kind of like this. I won't play the whole thing, but it was really neat. And Parkening also said here, I'm changing some of my fingerings for his suggestions. Isn't that a pretty tune? Yes. And yes, Tom was just talking about Segovia was even impressed with Christopher Parkening's playing. He's one of the Segovia proteges at that time. So yeah, if you haven't listened to Parkening, just listen to some of his recordings. He was a big inspiration to me when I first started with a nylon string with a classical guitar, and heard his tone and phrasing. Wow, it just opened up a whole new world for me. So he was a big inspiration. Well. Yeah, the extra basses on the harp guitar are nice, aren't they? That might be a good one to put on the harp guitar, because it adds that a little bit. And this one is tuned up a whole step, so it does sound a little different there with a higher pitch on the melody. So yeah, it might be a fun one to do for that. Well, let me show you a little bit of my arrival here to the Bahamas. Now check this out. This is just flying in. That is an interesting. I think that was just the way the water formed the sandbars. If anyone knows what that is, it's just kind of an interesting zigzag shape that I think of the sandbars as we were just getting into the Bahamas, and this is flying in from Miami. And here's my landing, so I couldn't believe the color of the water, all the different colors in there. That it really is that turquoise and the greens and the different shades of blue as you're coming in. And I should be doing an airplane song as we're doing here, Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart, maybe as we're coming in. But Brian then had met a new friend who became my taxi driver, picked me up, and brought me then to the beach.
I'm sending this to you right now.
When we got there, let him play the harp guitar, and then he became the photographer as Brian and I met for the first time since, wow, it's been October since I've seen him, where he took off from the South Shore of Long Island, and
hey man,
he had.
Hey, this is my boss.
Hey Brian, give this guy some money.
Now I've got the camera now.
Give me yours.
And so that was happy landings, and yeah, Brian, you've got to pay Steven here. So
It's colorful money.
then we had
Although
a bit
we
of
were
a
heading
sail.
away from Nassau and into the Exuma island chain, and it was supposed to be a nice, gentle sail here, flat seas, right, Brian?
That was the forecast originally, but now the wind is directly to the degree out of where we're trying to go. So
It's forever at the nose,
like her song.
Yeah.
But the payoff will be tremendous. So this is a necessary evil to get to paradise. Wait till you see it. Wow.
Okay, and how many hours before we're there, Brian?
Well, for them it'll be like this.
Not for me.
It'll be seconds.
Yep, I had some ginger candy, well needed, I think.
Yes.
Settle my stomach here.
We'll be here for a while, but you'll be in paradise like that.
Yep, there were some dolphins there. So just a few dolphins swimming in front of the boat until we arrived. This is from the air. You can see Brian's little tiny dot there is Brian's sailboat, just to the right of that island. That's where we first anchored. So that was our first anchorage there. And, so we have a request for money for the iguana song. Yeah, yeah. So the thing about the when I played for the iguanas is that they tended to stay still and then scurry, stay still and then scurry. Well, here, let me show it to you all. And I start off just by playing them some tunes. I think this is Hometown, and then I go into Baker's Dozen. This is Leaf Key, where we were anchored. Where the island is filled with our iguanas. Such interesting creatures, aren't they? It's kind of like being in my own episode of some dinosaur film. I think it's only the iguanas that live here and the little birds. It's a small island. There was the ruins of a house nearby, though. So if I were to write a tune for the iguanas, you know, it would have to be a kind of angular and awkward, right, as they are, and then I kind of improvised one for them. I played for you last week, so I'm thinking of something like this. It's not completed yet, but you've got to have the little bit of the and then a little scurrying, so something like this. Okay, somewhere in there, and then I'll have to write a bridge for it. So, what are your thoughts? It's kind of try to capture the way they move a little bit. So I'm going to ask Brian to go back to Leaf Key and just take a video just of the iguanas in their natural habitat. And okay, we have a title suggestion: "The Flight of the Iguanas." Okay, not bad. All right. Okay, Bunny says, "Okay, I'm capturing it." So that's. Okay, yeah, and then, well, it's they're kind of doing a little dance there almost, aren't they? So the flight of the iguanas, or the dance of the iguanas, we could call it. Well, I'll play another tune for you here. I heard that while I was in Nashville, it was raining the whole time. And finally, when I got home, it was like the first sunny day. And we had a big windstorm here. Boy, a lot of people are still without power. There were 111 power and telephone poles that came down. So we're lucky that we're able to, that they restored power here, and we're able to do the Monday Live today. So I'll do just a little bit of Summer Morning Rain. Okay. Capturing those raindrops on the harp guitar. That was just a little short rainstorm for you. A short summer morning rain. And I was thinking about some other tunes that capture moments. There was that time that Brian and I were anchored in Seal Trap Cove, and I woke up like that to the sound of an owl. And then another owl answered from the other side of the cove. So I just laid there listening to the two owls just singing melodies to each other. And then I remembered that that was the night, or to be the night, of the Perseid meteor shower. So I opened the hatch, and the sky was filled with stars. There's a shooting star. Another one. More shooting stars than I'd ever seen before. And the moon was out and shining over the water, low in the sky. And I looked around for Brian, and I saw him rowing back to the sailboat because the bioluminescence was lighting up every oar stroke. This blue-green sparkle in the water. Well, this week would have been the week of Doc Watson's 100th birthday. Just a day before yesterday, I believe, would have been his 100th birthday. So I should do a Doc Watson tune. What do you think? So he was another big inspiration, along with Christopher Parkening. In fact, Doc was my first inspiration on the guitar. I just thought that was just amazing. I should get a steel string guitar out, but just have this one there. And then we have another scene from the Bahamas to play for you. I didn't get very good video of the shark as I was swimming, but yeah, we'll have to try for that again. All right, let me do a Doc Watson tune here. Well, as I'm back in Tennessee, I'll do the Memphis Blues. Oh, that's a little trick I learned from David Bromberg there. You start with both notes, both the wrong notes, and then one you slide in, and then I'm bending the string on this side to get that. Actually, he did it on a steel string, so he was able to bend this one up and then bend this one the other direction. But I can't quite bend the nylon string that far, so I do a slide instead. Yeah, just amuse your friends and family. Great tricks. And yes, and harmonic tricks too. Somebody was asking about harmonics on the bass strings, on the sub basses. But yeah, there's a lot of fun little harmonic tricks like that I was doing on the Perseid tune. Yeah. So yeah, amaze your family and friends with harmonic techniques. So that's what I'm doing is I'm just touching the exact halfway point with my index finger here, and then I'm plucking underneath with my thumb, and then I'm playing a couple of strings with these two fingers interspersed. So and I'm doing first index, middle ring, and then I do it in reverse the order of the fingers to get the interspersed harmonics and regular notes. So it kind of makes them all sound kind of harmonic. Little trick there. So, all right, and yes, thank you. Tex was going to hand me a steel string guitar through the monitor screen. All right. All right, yeah, so that's a little higher tech than we can do right at the moment. And greetings to my friends in Savannah, too. It was fun passing through Savannah, my way there and back, and visited Randy there as well, and some Georgia friends. So nice to touch base. I'm kind of doing my career upside down, backwards, where I decide who I want to visit and where I want to be, and then I just organize my tour around it. So yeah, I'd like to go back to Savannah and bring my parents and my sister there, and just such a cool feel there, such a cool town. So yeah, I'll find me some little house concert or something in Savannah, and then I'll come back. So well. I guess I'll do one more tune or so, and then play a bit. Let me just show you where we were. This is at the continental shelf, and that's right where the deep. It all of a sudden drops down and becomes deep, and all these fish are there. So I went before Brian went spear fishing. I went to check it out to make sure there weren't any sharks, and there were. So we changed location and instead went to this. That's a coral reef there, that little dark area, and Brian is spear fishing, trying to find some dinner, which he did not get this time.
Looking for dinner.
But it was exciting to see a shark down there, and don't worry, he was far enough away where it wasn't. There was enough distance for me to get out of the water before I was in any danger. But there's an area here. We found an old sunken airplane, and this, so the story says, was an airplane that was flying contraband into the Bahamas, and it crashed here. So I got my snorkel out, and Brian too, and just checked it out. So it's this was quite some time ago. Some coral has formed on there around it, and so it's amazing that there's this a whole vast area where there are hardly any fish and just white sands, and then this one vehicle for coral. All these fish gather around. There's a surprising variety of fish that appear all of a sudden around this old sunken airplane. Does anyone know what kind of airplane that is from the remnants you can see of it? Yeah. here's another time opportunity to play an airplane song. These are all very ironic songs to do when the plane is underwater, aren't they? Maybe they do a fish's song instead of an airplane song. Okay. Well, not very appropriate music for that, but it was just a really, really interesting experience finding that. So, one more tune for you. What would you like? What would you like to hear? Let me see if I've got some comments coming in. All right. Greetings. From David. Yeah, there was a lot of food on board, so no worries on that. And we made some of Brian's bruschetta. That's from my acoustic chef book, and we were so we made it with the canned tomatoes instead of fresh tomatoes, though, and dried basil instead of the fresh basil. So a couple modifications for being on the boat. Then I'll finish with one from the acoustic chef then, if you like. So let's stay in touch. I'm going to be home for a while. Next week might be kind of interesting, so we'll fill you in later. I won't tell you now. I'll fill you in next week. Okay. So this is the one that I use my sub-bass tuner. So if you notice here that I can change the tuning just by flipping one of these levers. And this comes from a folk harp. These are called dragon whisperers. So Mike Doolin, who built this instrument, found that they work pretty well to change the tuning when needed. We're going to go to the YouTube channel Acoustic Sailing, because Brian just put up a new episode. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to go together with you and watch it there. We could all leave some comments. What do you think there? Sous le ciel de Paris s'envole une chanson. Quelle est née d'aujourd'hui dans la queue d'un garçon. Sous le ciel de Paris marchent les âmes douces. Le bonheur se construit sur un air fait par eux. Sur le pont de Bercy, à le ciel de Paris jusqu'au soir enchanté. L'une des belles rêveries dans sa vieille cité, près dans Notre-Dame, parfois couvert de drame. Oui, mais par âme de pour s'arranger quelques rayons de ciel d'été, l'accordéon d'un mariner, l'espoir fleuri au ciel de Paris. Et le ciel de Paris a son secret pour lui depuis 27. Il était pris dans notre île des Saint-Louis. On est trop jaloux de ces milliards. Il fait gronder sous nous son tonnerre éclatant. Cruel. Pour se fait pardonner, il fera la caution. Okay, well, I'll see some of you in Paris next month too. I'll be going there, doing a little live stream from there, and and playing for the film festival. So I have to brush up on my French between now and then. So merci beaucoup. À bientôt. À la prochaine fois. Lundi prochain. To see you next Monday, and I'll see you right now on Acoustic Sailing if you want to join me there. So thanks all. So I'm going now to youtube.com/acoustic sailing. Here it is. All right, catch you there. Bye.